Do you have a newborn and you're wondering what the best breastfeeding positions are for them? In this video, I'm going to share my top 3 positions for newborn breastfeeding. My name is Katie Clark and I am a certified breastfeeding specialist and a certified lactation educator. I'm also training to be an IBCLC. I run the Breastfeeding Mama and I share tons of free content as well as online courses to help you meet your breastfeeding goals. There are a lot of breastfeeding positions out there and instruction on how to do them. Well, I think it's important to listen to your natural instincts and to follow your baby's cues. Sometimes it's helpful to see what works for other people so you can get a better idea of what you can do. One thing to keep in mind with your newborn is that they don't have a lot of neck control. They don't have a lot of control of the body in general. So you want to make sure that they are nice and secure. They're not flopping around, that their neck and their hips and their shoulders are in alignment, and that you have them grounded against something. This can be really helpful to help them feel a little bit more secure. However, there are a couple of positions that I do think are most beneficial for newborns. The first position is the cross cradle. This is where you basically have your right or your left hand, the opposite of what side your baby is on, and you just have your arm go across like this, and you cradle their neck with your fingers just gently. You don't want to press them into your breasts. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on their head, but cradling their neck can be really helpful. That way you can also keep your baby feeling nice and secure and tight against your body with your arm. This is more beneficial. A lot of people find it easier than doing the traditional cradle position with your newborn. As your baby gets older, you may transition to that, but the cross cradle can be very helpful. You can also have your baby feel a little bit more secure with your other arm around their head. And again, like I already mentioned, you want to make sure that your baby that their shoulders and their hips are in alignment. You also, having them tummy to tummy is beneficial as well, and having them pointed downward a little bit like this can be helpful for keeping them keeping their chin away from their chest, because that's one thing that we see a lot with babies is that their chin is tucked in and they aren't able to get a deep latch. So have them positioned down a little bit, have your arm cradling them and your fingers cradling their neck, and this can be a great position. The second position is the football position. This one is very popular and common for newborns, especially for moms that are recovering from C-sections. This is my position that I like to use with all of my babies I've used as newborns. I often find it to be kind of like a reset position too, like if they're getting frustrated, not wanting to nurse. Sometimes if I put them into the football position, I find that they respond to that better. One thing to keep in mind with the football position is it is easy to have them get all scrunched up. So sometimes I'll see people trying to, do the football, but then their baby scrunch up like this. For the football, you want to just have them make sure that they are not scrunched up, have their head and their neck pulled out a little bit like this. But you can cradle their neck again with your fingers and have them pointed downward towards your body. Sometimes it can be helpful to lean back yourself and then have them a little bit higher. But basically football is just having them under your arm. Since they are so small, you can usually cradle them in your arm easily and kind of help them move around their mouth and their neck and their head. And then you can kind of just pull back on the breast and then push it into their mouth. And a lot of people like this position. It's one of my favorites too. Finally is laid back nursing. I really like this, and you can actually do laid back nursing with a lot of positions. A lot of positions can be made easier if you just lean back. However, when I'm talking about lean back, it's kind of more you lean back like this and you have your baby tummy to tummy, maybe angled a little bit, their feet down this way. They can kind of have their feet grounded against your legs, and you are just leaning back. And this allows them to kind of have a little bit more access to the breast. You can do good, nice skin to skin like this. Sometimes if their head's a little floppy, you are gonna have to have a little bit more support on them there. But I love laid back nursing. This is one that they often, when they put the baby right on your chest, you can do laid back nursing. It allows them to do that breast crawl where they can get up into so they can, access the breast on their own. So laid back nursing is also very popular, and you can do it with different positions, but I like doing the tummy to tummy, maybe slightly angled a little bit. So kind of just like this. whatever position you do, try not to worry about perfection, but more focusing on how your baby's feeding, how you feel, and how they are reacting to it. Just a couple things to keep in mind that I've already mentioned are keeping their shoulders and their hips in alignment, have them held in nice and tightly and feel secure, and make sure that their chin isn't tucked in. If a baby's chin is tucked in like this and there's no space between their chin and their chest, they are gonna have a lot harder time getting a deep latch. And often when I'm helping a new mom, I will see that that chin is tucked in, and when we fix that, the baby nurses a lot more effectively. I hope that this was helpful and that you are having a great time breastfeeding your newborn. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or leave a comment in the comment section. And then you can also check out my free newborn starter guide. It comes with a bunch of great printables and resources to help you through the early days of breastfeeding. And that is in the description for this video. So if you liked this video, be sure to press like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.